Welcome to the Paranormal Miners show, our first episode ever. I'm Kayla.
I'm Eric.
We just had an investigation Tuesday evening at the Ligonier Country Inn. It was a private one. It was very interesting. We had EMF detectors going off and pulsating. Our periscope actually lit up the whole way and stayed lit for probably about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, a good while. Yeah.
The voices that we heard were with a naked ear and actually caught on our EVP player, which stands for Electric Voice Phenomenon. Unexplained noises were also heard in the Generalforbes, where Eric and I were investigating ourselves and nobody was close. We heard what to be whispering, but I thought it sounded like a sneeze at first until we played back the video. Go ahead and elaborate on that.
Well, yeah, it was just basically, we heard it with the naked ear, and, like she said, we were basically in the room alone, and from the clip was taken on a video camera we had, and we also had a recorder on the table with us, and the video camera in the back seemed to capture it better, so it's almost as if the voice came from the back of the room, which there was no one within probably about 100 yards of us, and it's pretty much unexplainable at this point. This was one that we all heard out loud. We couldn't tell exactly what it said, from the naked ear, but upon playing it back, we was able to get a better feel for what it said.
Yeah. We also heard unexplained knocking noises also coming from under the table, and you would actually feel the table moving. And I told Eric, I was like, quit moving. And turns out it wasn't him.
No, I wasn't touching the table.
And this is the evidence we caught from the Generalforbes. The Generalforbes also has an entrance to the kitchen. And in the entrance of the kitchen, of the door, there is a window. I happened to glance over and see a face in the window, and I was telling Eric what the woman looked like. Turns out that the cook who used to cook there, anyways, the cook that used to cook there still lingers to this day. Pretty neat. There was a girl who joined us for about an hour or so at the Ligonier Country Inn to do some investigation. She was very interested in the paranormal world and is involved in the paranormal world, kind of like me. We were sitting in the dining room and I was using a flashlight to get yes or no answers. The flashlight went absolutely nuts. And there's no explanation for it because after we left the dining room, it quit. Like, the flashlight didn't flicker at all. It didn't almost turn out. It didn't turn off or anything. So whatever was in the dining room was communicating with us. I happened to ask if the spirit, which is named Eddie, was there. And the flashlight pretty much turned out itself to let us know that he was there. It was pretty awesome. We also heard kid footsteps and laughter while we were there. And Eric had some pretty cool experiences while he was up on the second floor.
Yeah, the second floor. I think it was room 6. Room 6 was, first off, I was in room 4 looking around, and I could have sworn I saw the door to room 6 move. So that kind of influenced me to go in there. And basically what happened was, with the app on my phone, it's like a ghost app, it can track stuff and they can say words pretty much through the app. I'm pretty skeptical on the app, but after trying it out, it was kind of neat because it actually said cookies and cook a couple times. And in using that with the EMF detector, I asked, do you want me to make you cookies? I said, if you want me to bring you cookies back, just make this detector go off and I'll bring you cookies next time I come in. And within about 10 seconds it went off. And it was pretty much one of the only times that detector went off the whole time I was in the room. So it was definitely crazy. Then we actually captured a voice on one of the recordings from that room, and it actually sounds like he says cookies in the clip.
Sounds like a little kid's voice saying cookies.
Yeah, so I mean I'm very much skeptical of that app, but that very much was a interesting, kind of validates it a little bit. I mean, how it worked out.
Pretty neat to hear too. Pretty neat. We were actually in the... Well, you were in the sitting area on the 3rd floor while we left. And I'm the one that reviewed the evidence, the footage. Eric was talking to the little kids there. And he happens to ask them if they want to play a game with him. Which I'll let him tell you the story.
So I mean, basically there's kind of a sitting room at the top of the 3rd floor. I think there's about 3 guest rooms there. But when you get to the top of the stairs, there's a little room. There's a checkerboard in the corner, a couch in the other side of the room, and there's a big shelf full of puzzles and board games and those types of things. So since this supposedly is haunted by children, I just said, I'm going to walked over by myself and said, hey, you kids just want to build a puzzle with me, and started messing with the boxes a little bit. And I didn't get any kind of activity on the meters or anything like that. But apparently, after I started walking into a different room, there was an EVP that was captured asking me to come back because they wanted to play.
Yeah, it says, come play with us. And you could tell it's a little kid's voice. And it sounds like there could actually be 2 little kids' voices there, which the inn is known to have 2 children presents there as well.
Okay, so that covers the big happenings of the last investigation. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in the near future, starting with October 1st, which is National Ghost Hunting Day. It's a global event that is supposed to set a Guinness World Record, actually. And basically what it is teams from all over the country, globe. Do they have it globally?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, they actually added different countries too. Yeah.
Okay, so from different hunting teams across the globe are teaming up, and they're having a simultaneous ghost hunt in various events, which we're actually running one of the events at the Ligonier Country Inn. And that is on October 1st. It is actually sold out. So, sorry. If you're not coming, then you're not coming.
But it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see how this pans out.
Yeah, because this is the first time we've really been in a large group. And I mean, we're going to be split up into smaller groups, but this is really the first time we've branched out into
doing public investigations.
With other people. And we've had some good hits in our past investigations. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get anything good out of this one.
I'm excited to see how it goes.
Also in October, we're going to be in Gettysburg on the 10th. We are going to be at the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange doing the show, What's Out There? It's a live show at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course. And it's just going to be an interview with the owners of the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange, Pam and Steve.
Which are awesome. We love them.
Yeah, it's a nice place out there. You should check it out if you're ever in Gettysburg. So we're going to be doing that, and that should be fun because we've never done anything live.
No, we haven't.
Never.
Mm-mm. And they have, it is the One Stop Ghost Shop, Gettysburg Ghost Exchange. And when you're there, you feel like you're family. They also make sure you know how to use your equipment, explain it to you before you take it home. So you don't take it home and be like, oh, what do I do here?
That's right.
Very nice people.
Yeah, they gave me this shirt.
Yes, we won that shirt. I've tried to win these shirts for the longest time, and the one time we don't try, we find them by Devil's Den and we win the shirts.
That's right. Dumb luck.
But we love them. Show them the back.
Yeah.
See the back? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
October 30th, we are having a haunted Hallows Eve with the Paranormal Miners. This is also held at the Ligonier Country Inn, and we actually get to stay the night after the investigation, which I think is pretty awesome. I guess you can continue investigating in your room that night. We actually have the whole inn to ourselves for the investigation and what is known as the Schaefer House. We will be investigating that also, along with the property around both the inn and the Schaefer House. We may have a few tickets left, but I'm not completely sure. We will post the link down below. December 3rd, we are going to be in Gettysburg for a haunted holiday with Jenny Wade. I'm pretty excited about this. We never got to spend December down there when everything's decorated for Christmas. And we get to spend it with wonderful people. Kendra will be doing the ghost tales, the haunted holiday ghost tales. And this event is held by the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange, which they are all good friends of ours.
Yeah, pretty nice people down there in Gettysburg.
And Gettysburg's our second home if you haven't figured that out by now.
Yeah.
March 4th is the Pear Americon. That is also in Gettysburg. It is an event that was founded by Suzanne Sorrell. It's a Paracon where women shine. It focuses on the females in the paranormal field. And we just are all there for each other and to support each other. Eric's actually going with me. Sorry, that's our dog in the background. He doesn't like being alone too often. We heard the local legend of Town Cemetery.
Yeah, the local legend is that there is a woman in white chases people out of the cemetery at night.
We've also heard that she's just seen wandering around the cemetery at night. Paranormal Miners don't usually do cemeteries. But guess what? Tell them the good news.
I guess we were approved to do it. Yeah, we don't usually do cemeteries, but I guess on this one, we're going to go ahead and see what it's all about.
We're going to see if the local legend is true. We're skeptical ourselves because it seems like every cemetery has a woman in white. We got permission to be on the premises to do an investigation. We're going to check it out, see what kind of evidence we get, see if we see the woman in white for ourselves.
Should be good.
I'm excited. We got one more event coming up.
One more thing.
One more. We don't have all the details all planned out yet. But Eric's going to tell you about the upcoming event that we are very, very excited about.
It's a Bushy Run battlefield. That's what, North Huntington,
Jeanette area.
And that is a battlefield that we've been dealing with for about a month now, trying to get permission as far as to go out there. And all we really know about it right now is that sometime in November is when it's going to happen. We're still working out the details as to when and how much it would be for tickets. So
we're very excited.
Keep you posted on that.
Yes, this will be a public event. You're going to want to dress warm, obviously. Bring all the equipment you can. It's going to be a fun time. I'm excited to investigate with all of you for all of the upcoming events and not just this one. Well, this concludes the first episode ever of the Paranormal Miners show. And we want to thank you for watching, and we will have more.
That's right. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, subscribe button should be right below you on the channel. Also check out our Facebook and everything else to get updated on more videos and more events.
And you can also purchase a Paranormal Miners t-shirt, which our logo is pretty sweet, I think.
That's because I made it.
Bye!
See you later.